ask you, are you a helper or are you a hindrance in this process? Are you doing what God called you to do in the very beginning, to be a helper? Or are you a hindrance? See, a helper is one who gives assistance to someone. It makes it easier for them to do something to aid. I'm not talking about the help. I'm talking about helper. See, I don't want you to get confused, man, that, we have not been called to be the help, where we do laundry and we just cook and we rub your rusty feet and, we wash your clothes and your underwear. No, we just don't do that. God has called us specifically to be a helper, and we help in all areas. Glory be to God. So whatever God has called me to do in that season, I got to be found being a helper. Glory to God. Now let me say this to you. I just want you to know, as a wife, that in some certain areas that your husband won't be able to get to if you're not in a place of being a helper. What are you talking about, Pastor Vinice? Well, let me just talk about my own self for just a few seconds, because it's not about me, but I don't mind putting myself on Front Street to help somebody else out. If I hadn't got to a place where I can support and encourage Pastor Jonas as God was calling him to another level and doing new things in his life, if I wasn't in a place to encourage and push him, to pray for him, being a helper in that area where I'm pushing him, he would never get to the place that God has called him to be. Because I would be that hindrance preventing him to get to the next level that God